For months, Yu Xuan Ji and the young scholar Li Yi met in secret. Under moonlit corridors, they exchanged whispered poems, their bond growing stronger with every verse. But secrets have a way of getting out. Soon, whispers echoed through Yuzhen Temple. The poetess is far too close to that scholar. Her poems, they burn with a passion not meant for a nun. The temple elders disapproved, their faces stern and unforgiving. But Li Yi's family saw something entirely different. They saw a woman of rare talent, beauty, and spirit. She was worthy of marriage, they decided, but only if she could be molded into a gentle, obedient wife, a role she was never meant to play. And so, one cold morning, Yu Xuan Ji found herself standing before the Li family courtyard. Red lanterns swayed in the breeze, and the pop of distant firecrackers felt more like a warning than a celebration. She wore red, not with the joy of a bride, but with the heavy weight of surrender. She married Li Yi, and for a fleeting moment, she allowed herself to believe that their love would be a shield. She imagined a life where they could be equals, writing poetry side by side, their brilliance fueling each other until old age. She believed that with him, she could finally be herself, bold, brilliant, and free. But the world outside the temple walls was a far crueler place than she had ever imagined. The Li family didn't want a poet who could challenge scholars. They wanted a daughter-in-law who bowed her head, spoke in soft tones, and sat stitching quietly in a corner. They saw her sharp mind not as a gift, but as a threat. The very verses that made Li Yi fall in love with her were now seen as dangerous, stirring emotions that polite society preferred to keep buried. At first, Li Yi adored her talent, but soon his admiration soured into pressure. He began to echo the criticisms of his family. "Xuan Ji," he would plead, "can you not write something gentler, something more pleasing? Must your poems always challenge, always provoke, always question everything?" And the question that broke her heart, why can't you just be more like other wives? Each argument felt like a crack in the foundation of their love, leaving them both torn. Li Yi was caught between his love for her and his duty to his family, while Xuan Ji was caught between her love for him and her love for herself. The neighbors gossiped, other wives shunned her, and the men who once admired her beauty now feared her intellect. She was an outcast in her own home. The final blow came one evening after another bitter quarrel. Li Yi's mother, her voice as cold as winter stone, looked at Xuan Ji and said, "A woman like you will only bring chaos and shame to this household." In that moment, something inside Xuan Ji snapped. The fire she had tried so hard to suppress finally erupted. With flames in her eyes, she looked straight at her mother-in-law and replied, "I was not born to be caged." The words hung in the air, a declaration of war against a world that tried to shrink her. The next morning, it was over. The marriage was dissolved. Li Yi divorced her not because his love had died, but because he was too weak to love a woman as strong as her. He couldn't protect her fire. He could only ask her to extinguish it, carrying nothing but her collection of poems and a grief she refused to show the world. Yu Xuan Ji walked away from the Li residence. She didn't look back. As she passed through the city gates, leaving her life as a wife behind, a single, powerful thought echoed in her mind. If this world will not accept a woman like me, then I shall carve my own place in it. And so, the poetess began her second life. She was no longer a nun, no longer a wife. She was simply a woman, ready to live fearlessly, unapologetically, and on her own terms, no matter the cost. Thank you for watching this part of Yu Xuan Ji's incredible story. If you've been moved by her journey, please like, share, and subscribe for the next chapter.